overall, I'm really excited about this spot, and now we're gonna head over to the pond, get a trail camera up there on a stick and pick, and go from there. All right, well, I'm in North Dakota today with me and my buddy Al, and we're doing some stand work, trail cams, trying to just get stuff ready for season. Opener is a little over a month away here in North Dakota. Our first stop was at the waterhole spot. If you've watched any of my content, you might have seen some hunts from previous years here. I'll put a link up here, I forgot what side, somewhere up here. We got one stand right here back behind me. I don't know if you can see it. I'll climb up here in a second. We just got it trimmed out and show you. But this spot, why I really like this spot, is we got a bean field here, and then back here we got a pond where I'm gonna set a trail camera up now, and then back here and back here further to the east we have a lot of really thick bedding. I found a lot of sheds here this winter, just a spot that deer love to bed, and so the combination of having bedding right next to the food, right next to a really good water source, makes it just a prime spot. And it's been just a good spot for us for years, even though we've never shot a buck out of here. But I have a feeling this year is going to be the year, so I'm gonna climb up into the stand and show you what it looks like. All right, I'm up in the stand now. Kind of see behind me. Got a lot of spots we can shoot. Can shoot out in front of me, and just can shoot all the way out here. The water hole is just right over here, and then right down here in front of me where Al's at. So overall, I'm really excited about this spot, and now we're gonna head over to the pond, get a trail camera up there on a stick and pick, and go from there. Well, we're on another piece of property now. We just left the water hole spot. It's about 5 o'clock, and this little piece of private I have permission on is really sweet. I actually have never hunted it, but I hung a camera here last September, actually on the day that I shot my buck last year, and it looked just great. And there's a river running through it. There's some bedding cover, and last year it was planted in beans, but now it's in corn, so that'll be interesting. But this tree row right here is actually big enough where I think this could be pretty good with corn early season. So we'll see. Had a trail cam sitting here since September of last year, never checked it, so that'll be really interesting. I'll show you guys what's on that, and we're gonna get a camera up. Really excited about this property, and we'll see what happens here. All right, well, we just got our spot all picked out here. Me and Al kind of cleared this little area. We got bean field out here, which is actually the neighboring property. But then we got corn on both sides, and we think there's some real big trails coming right here through the middle. Right behind me is we picked for a stand tree. So I'm probably gonna hang a stand in the last week of August. I don't have any with me, but I'm gonna get another Exodus trek right up here. And then tonight when I get back, I'm gonna check the camera that sat here all last year, and I'm super excited to see what that looks like. So I'm gonna get this camera up and then go from there. Now we're set up here. We're at the waterhole property, overlooking this bean field here. Looks really nice. There are some of the most tracks I've ever seen in this field that we saw today. And there were some big ones, and I mean some legit tracks. I'll throw up a photo here we took of one. It was nice. So we got about 2 hours till dark right now. We're just gonna sit back, see if anything comes out into this field tonight, and see if we can't get some velvet footage. An absolutely gorgeous evening. Love being back out here in North Dakota, and tomorrow we got a jam-packed day, getting a lot of cameras up, checking stands, and trying to scout some new property too, and then we'll probably do some glassing tomorrow. So I'll see you tomorrow. All right, so it's Saturday now, and getting some more trail cameras up, getting the stand prepped. We just cut lanes for this stand right here. I'll show you here in a second. And we've hunted here we're at the property now where Tyler shot his buck in 2015. We've hunted this spot for 5 years. It's always a go-to. There's just a natural funnel right now that I've got between a woodlot and cornfield that they just come right to this little grassy area. So I'm gonna get a camera up, stands all prepped, and then we're gonna head over to the other side of the property. That way we have 2 spots depending on what the wind is. So if I've got a north wind, I can sit here and the wind's coming at my face, coming from where this deer are bedded. And if we got a south wind, we can be on the other side of the bedding area. So make this camera up and I'll go from there. All right, well, it's about 4 o'clock now. We've been going all day. We got another camera up at the property that we were at last, that I kind of showed you. And we're now in one of my favorite spots out here. It's this river bottom spot. And so I used to actually access this property via the private field, and landowner sold that field. And so now I got to come in from where his house is, which is on the other side. And I don't like that, and I actually don't like to come down in this river bottom this time of year, but this is how I'm changing and trying to adapt to this because it's such a great spot. So I'm gonna get up a trail camera here, and since this is a public piece, I can't put anything out. So I've got my wild carrot attractant, gonna make a mock scrape up here and get a camera up, and then I'll check it in a month and see what's on it. So we're gonna get going up here and get this camera up, and then we got another property to check out, and then we gotta see what time it is and do some glassing tonight. All right, well, we just got this Exodus camera up here, made a mock scrape. I got a couple wild carrot deer tracking sticks over there, and I'm in this little natural opening. This is a spot I'm very familiar with. I've shed hunted here during the rut many times. Actually, I'm gonna link up here to a hunt that I had in the fall a couple years ago, where I had a giant come through. And anyway, I've just never been down here for early season hunting. So with that not having access anymore, not being able to hunt up at the bean field where I normally could, I'm gonna go ahead and give this a try. Come back, check this camera in a month, and we've already got a tree picked out for a stand if I like it. So we'll go from there, and we're gonna head out and head to the next property now. So we're at our last spot of the day. We're at this piece of public land that I really like. Hunted here before, just haven't spent a lot of time here and haven't really hunted here in a couple of years. This is actually a spot that I've had encounters with a piebald buck, and I've had encounters with numerous mature bucks here over the years, but I want to put a little more focus on it this year. So we have a real nice trail running through, headed to the bean field here, coming from probably a bedding area. So we're gonna get this trail camera up on the stick and pick here. It's not really much for trees. Have it kind of pointed out towards this trail, and hope for the best. So I'll be here to check this in a month, and hopefully we got some big bucks on it. So we're glassing at the same property as last night. We're at the waterhole spot, and I figured it's the best spot that I knew of to come sit and watch deer. And even though we only saw a doe or two way off in the distance last night, we just got set up and already had a decent 8-pointer come through. So we still got about an hour and a half, a little more than that, till dark. So hopefully we see some nice deer tonight. Really great way to end the night. But our weekend of prep is all done now, and headed back home tomorrow. So if you like this video, please hit that subscribe button down below. That really helps me a ton. Hit the like button if you want, and if you really like the video, maybe share it with someone. Got a lot more video content planned coming this fall, and only about a month away and I'll be hunting. And with that, I'm signing off.